She knew posting her true feelings online was unprofessional, but she was tired of being taken advantage of. She deleted the post the next morning when she realized the implications. However, it was seen by many during the night, and it was a post not easily forgotten. Her job was at stake. Margaret Jackson has been doing this for a long time and never thought she would feel any different. Things had changed for her. She was fed up with what she used to enjoy and decided to do something about it. But she had not foreseen the consequences. Margaret grew up in Houston, Texas, and dreamed of becoming a teacher. She worked as hard as she could to become a middle school teacher. She was in love with her job and her students, but eventually faced something that changed her life in the years to come. At the age of 30, the teacher realized that she wasn't paid as much even after overtime because she brought work home. She also found that she found it difficult to tolerate the children any longer. Everything used to be different. She remembered children being kinder and caring about their education, and the change made her sick. She remembered students working hard and genuinely interested in her learning. Was it her generation or the school she taught at? She couldn't keep her thoughts to herself any longer, and when her students seemed unfazed, she went to the only people she thought mattered. However, they had a choice as to which side they were on. Margaret looked at the torn textbooks, shelves that were left uncared for in a mess, and concluded that her students no longer cared. She tried to voice her concerns to the students, but they never listened. Margaret asked her students the next morning to take things more seriously and not destroy their belongings. Her words didn't penetrate. She needed to do more, so she posted her concerns and frustrations online for all parents to see. It wasn't long before she was no longer a teacher. Margaret took to Facebook and expressed her feelings about the students' disregard for personal and school property. She wrote that she had no budget for tuition and was fed up with tolerating student behavior. She further described an encounter with a parent who rudely told her in front of her son that it was wrong of her to hold him accountable for his behavior. She had no idea what posting her feelings would lead to. Parents were upset with her comments and what she believed to be the harsh truth. She never expected that they would go one step further. She had made one other comment, but knew she had to delete her posts to keep a clean slate. But it was too late. They had already been seen, and it was about to get a whole lot worse. Margaret felt a sense of freedom when she spoke about all her worries, even those that didn't want to listen. She felt she had to say something. She was finally able to stand her ground and speak her truth, but that last post had pushed everything over the edge. She already knew what it would mean when she posted her candid words on social media. It was unprofessional, but she had nowhere else to vent her frustration. She was tired of being taken advantage of. But after quickly realizing what she had done the next morning, she deleted the post. But a lot of people had read it overnight, and they wouldn't forget it that easily. It was the post that cost her her job. Margaret wrote the game-changing post. "I left work this morning after an incident involving a parent left me emotionally unable to continue with the day. I've already made the decision to quit teaching at the end of this year, and today I don't know if I'll even be able to stick it out that long. Parents have become way too disrespectful, and their children are even worse." That Margaret is leaving the teaching field is not only sad. She decided to pursue other passions that she had developed. The biggest was child psychology. During her studies at the University of Houston, she had studied psychology. Going to greener pastures was best for Margaret. She would no longer have to deal with disrespectful parents and unwilling students. She had a more fulfilling life when she went back to school and set out on her path to becoming a child psychologist. Working with young people has always been a matter close to her heart. Now she could really make a difference without the abuse she had previously faced. Her passion for children had not died. Only the education system and the parents who forced their students' bad attitude towards their education. Margaret knew that becoming a psychologist was easier said than done. It would take a lot of dedication, time, and money. But she knew that a student loan would help her achieve her goals. There were brighter days for her, and she had a much better outlook on life. It seemed like things were only going to get better for her.